Welcome back to This is VANCOLOUR. My name is Mo Amir, and we've been discussing the new recommendations for Canadians to limit their consumption of alcohol to 2 drinks per week. And while we may intuitively understand the health risks with regular alcohol consumption, is part of the challenge in rethinking drinking that alcohol is not only a socially acceptable vice, but a culturally encouraged one? Joining us to discuss is my friend and award-winning Canadian broadcaster, Order of British Columbia recipient, the host of the TELUS Talks podcast, and the president of Down Syndrome BC. She is Tamara Taggart, and this is Tea Time with Tamara. Hi, Tamara.
Hey.
Nice to see you, as always.
Yeah, it's good to see you.
Here. Were you surprised that we have new recommendations saying that a known toxin should be limited as much as possible?
No, not at all.
So you weren't upset by, this Health Canada funded report saying, no alcohol is safe, and if you're going to drink, limit yourself to 2 drinks a week.
Yeah, I'm not surprised by it. Do I like it that it's that bad for you? No, I don't. I wish that it wasn't that bad for us, but I'm not surprised by it. I wish we would have had this information earlier. Like, what took so long? Booze has been around since the beginning of time. Like,
right.
Why did it take so long to figure this out?
Well, is part of it cultural? Like, we are allowed to drink booze in basically every setting, right? So when you're with friends, when you're with strangers, when you're celebrating, when you've had a long day at work, like literally every occasion it's permissible to drink booze. And so is that part of the problem? Maybe part of why we're seeing the outrage of people telling us, don't tell us what to do.
Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised. I guess when they did it to cigarettes, were people as mad as they are now?
I mean, I was in that era, but probably.
Oh, what does that mean? You're so young that you don't remember?
It's a spring chicken over here.
Wow. I mean, I get it that, no one likes to be told what to do.
Yeah.
Right? I don't like it.
Yeah.
But they're not telling us not to drink. This is more of an awareness thing, I'm thinking. And so I agree with that. I think that the more information we have, the better. Is everybody reading this Health Canada report? No. So if we put it on alcohol, is that better? I guess. I don't know if it will help people make the right decision. I don't know.
And that culture change is really difficult. Like, again, as I said, we've kind of accepted it in so many different circumstances. But I also feel like, and please, I want your thoughts on this. Do you feel like alcohol is being aggressively pushed towards women recently in the sense that, like, rosé all day, and you're a mom. After a tough day, have a glass of wine. I think they've even called it "Mommy's Little Helper" or whatever.
Oh no, there's all kinds of things.
And so, instead of addressing the problem of, perhaps women or mothers being overworked, it's like, enjoy a drink. So do you feel like maybe culturally it is good to just re-examine, like, why are we drinking every day? Or, why do we have to drink when we go out for dinner?
Yeah, I yes to all of those things. I also think that, if we're going to spend money labeling everything to tell you what, the
health risks
are from it, then are we going to put that same money into, services for youth who are drinking too early, or education, or addiction services?
Well, I mean, alcohol does get taxed, so ideally,
where does that money go to? I'll tell you, it's not going into helping people. I'll tell you that for sure. I know, I come from, my family, on one side of my family, they're all alcoholics. My father died of alcoholism. And so I'm very sensitive to it. I drink,
So do I, yeah.
And I drink socially. I also drink at home. Did I start drinking more during the pandemic? Yes, I did.
You and a lot of people, absolutely,
right?
Yeah.
And so that's a problem.
Yeah.
And I think that we're not alone in that problem. So what can we do to make it better? I don't know if, labeling a wine bottle is going to stop, a wine night with friends. I don't think that's going to stop it.
Exactly.
But I'm curious about other things too. If we're going to label alcohol, we know that the World Health Organization, I think it was in 2015, group 1 carcinogen is processed meats. So deli meats, right?
Which we put in school lunches all the time.
Right? I grew up eating, deli meats in my sandwiches.
Yeah.
So if we know that is a group 1, and I think alcohol is too, right? And tobacco is another one. Why aren't we labeling deli meats?
Well, I think that's a good question. And again, it's about providing information, right? And again, being conscious of what you're putting into your body or just patterns of behavior. So I don't see anything necessarily wrong with it, but I do find that the outrage has been maybe disproportionate to the idea that scientists are telling you about
what
the health
to do.
risks.
But
Not
they're
even what
supposed
to do.
to.
Yeah.
That's what they're supposed to do. Like we know from, I had cancer. I know that alcohol increases your risk of cancer. I think anybody that's had cancer knows that.
Yeah.
Maybe that's because we've been sitting in an office reading, a magazine where those stats are. I don't know. This news that came out, I thought it was really alarming. And I think like everybody else, I was like looking for, a counterpoint to it going, please say that it's not, it's more than 2 drinks a week that you can have, right? Because it was alarming. So I think that might be part of it too, where we're, please poke some holes in this research that it's not true.
I also feel like anyone who has a serious illness or, wants to get healthier, wants to lose weight, whatever it may be, like one of the first things that people recommend is like cut out alcohol.
Yeah. Empty calories.
Yeah.
Right. So sure. There's that. But we do know that it increases your risk of cancer. Right.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I think it's a good thing. Will it work? I don't know if it'll work. Did it work with cigarettes? I'm not sure. I have no idea if that campaign worked.
Are we being killjoys? Because I feel like if 20-year-old, 25-year-old, maybe even 30-year-old me look back at this, they would go, Mo, what are you talking about? Why are we even talking about this?
I know.
People should just do what they want with their lives and have fun.
Yes, I think so. 100%. You should do what, have fun, do your life. But then what happens when we have cancer everywhere? Like, the health risks are bad.
Yeah.
And everything we're doing is bad, it seems. Like, brown celery probably causes cancer too. I don't know. Everything does, right? So I get that part of it too. It's like, oh my gosh, like let me have a glass of wine and not have to think about how bad it is for me. I've already, the world seems so doom and gloom as it is.
Yeah.
So I get that part of it. Are we killjoys? I don't know. We're in this city, we're talking about, drinking at the beach, right? And drinking at parks and stuff like that. So how does that even out, the labeling of it and this new information? I think that we just have to do the best that we can for ourselves. And as long as we know what the risks are.
I think that's just it.
Right?
Do the best you can and hopefully be given information to make those decisions on your own.
Exactly.
Tamara, always a pleasure. Thank you so much for your time tonight.
Oh, thanks.
Absolutely. Folks, she's my pal, local legend, Tamara Taggart. Now, after some business, some of the backlash against these new alcohol guidelines may be a little much. But hey, as a loudmouth myself, I get it. We're all entitled to our opinion. Perhaps, however, we should draw a line at comparing these new guidelines to Canada's upcoming decriminalization of illicit drugs. I'm going to take a moment to explain. Up next.